Welcome back to the Explainer, Focused Learners. Today, we are taking a highly structured, objective look at a totally unique, specialized financial product. We're talking about the BOBCARD Sentinel Credit Card. We're going to decode the fine print, analyze the exact reward structures, and figure out exactly what this card brings to the table. If you appreciate cutting through the marketing fluff to get straight to the raw data, well, you're in the right place. Let's dive right in. So here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll meet the Sentinel card itself. Then we'll break down the welcome and milestone perks, followed by how you actually earn and redeem rewards. After that, we'll explore travel and insurance benefits, dig into understanding the true fees and charges, and finally, we'll wrap up with the final verdict. All right, Section 1, meet the Sentinel card, featuring exclusive benefits for the Assam Rifles. Right out of the gate, there are two major factors that instantly make this card stand out. It is lifetime free and it's highly exclusive. This absolutely positions the BOBCARD Sentinel as a high-value, mid-range offering, but with a very hard boundary. You see, you can't just walk into a bank branch and ask for this card unless you belong to a specific, highly honored community, the Assam Rifles. It's built entirely from the ground up to serve both active personnel and veterans. Because it's so exclusive, getting through the door requires some very specific documentation. The eligibility criteria are strict, but they're clear. If you're active personnel, you have to provide a service certificate or your absolute latest salary slip, and it must explicitly show your rank. Veterans, on the other hand, will need to have their pension payment order or PPO ready to go. The age limit is a pretty standard 18 to 70 years for the primary cardholder, and if you have family members over 18, they can actually get free add-on cards too. Moving on to Section 2, Welcome and Milestone Perks. Let's talk about activation and spend bonuses. Okay, so timing is literally everything with this card's welcome package. There's a tick and clock, and you need to follow an exact activation sequence to unlock the absolute maximum value here. Within the first 30 days, simply activating the card nets you 1,000 bonus reward points and a Zomato Pro membership. Nice and easy, right? But then push your spending past the 5,000 rupee mark within 60 days, and boom, you trigger another 500 bonus points. Finally, if you use the card for larger expenses and hit a 1 Lakh Rupee milestone within your first 90 days, you unlock a complimentary annual Amazon Prime membership. Basically, the bank is aggressively rewarding you for making this your primary card right away, but you really have to hit those strict time limits. Oh, and there is one more immediate lifestyle perk I should mention. You get a complimentary FitPass Pro membership for a full 6 months. It's just a really nice, immediate wellness benefit bundled into the welcome package. And the best part, it doesn't require jumping through any of those spend milestone hoops. Let's jump to Section 3, Earning and Redeeming Rewards. It's time to figure out how to maximize your everyday spends. So this is where the card really shows its true colors. Your base earning rate is 2 reward points for every 100 rupees you spend on retail or UPI transactions. But check out that massive 5x multiplier. That is 10 points per 100 rupees when you spend on groceries and departmental stores. That's huge. But wait, here's the catch. There is a strict 1,000 reward point monthly cap on that 5x category. Once you hit that ceiling, your grocery spending just quietly reverts back to the base rate of 2 points per 100 rupees. It is an amazing multiplier, absolutely, but if you're a high spender, you definitely need to keep your eye on that ceiling. You also really need to know what doesn't earn you anything. Retail, groceries, and UPI? Yep, those earn points. But fuel transactions? 0 points. You also notice that select MCCs are excluded. Let's banish the financial jargon for a second. MCC just stands for Merchant Category Code. It's simply a digital tag the payment networks use to classify the type of business you're buying from. You know, whether it's a restaurant, a hospital, or maybe a government service. Certain types of businesses just won't earn you points with this card. That's a pretty standard industry practice, but it's crucial to remember so you aren't caught off guard. So what are all these points actually worth in the real world? Exactly 0.25 rupees, or 25 paisa per point. What makes this incredibly strong for a lifetime free card is that you can redeem these points directly on the BOBCARD portal, or even better, just convert them to pure statement cashback. And honestly, the absolute best part, there is 0 reward redemption fee attached to this. None. You earn the points, you keep their full value. That's a massive win. All right, Section 4, Travel and Insurance Benefits. Let's cover lounges, coverages, and concierge services. First up is domestic lounge access, and honestly, this perfectly illustrates how credit card benefits are shifting right now. This card gives you a very generous 8 complimentary domestic lounge visits per year, capped at 2 per quarter. Pretty great, right? However, Look closely at that spend gate. Starting January 1st, 2025, to actually unlock those 2 quarterly visits, you must have spent at least 20,000 rupees on the card in the preceding calendar quarter. The days of just holding a free card in your wallet to get a free meal at the airport are definitely fading. Now you have to actively use the card to earn the privilege. Next is a benefit you sincerely hope you never ever have to use, but it adds massive security for families. The Sentinel card comes with a substantial 20 lakh rupee personal accidental death insurance cover. This covers both air and non-air accidental death. It provides a very serious, very real layer of financial protection built right into a card that literally costs you nothing annually to hold. Moving on to Section 5, Understanding Fees and Charges. Let's look at the true cost of the card. Let's completely demystify these costs. As advertised, the joining and renewal fees are a beautiful 0. But look at the foreign currency markup. It sits at a relatively high 3.5%. This is the extra fee the bank slaps on when you buy something in a non-Indian currency. So think tapping your card while traveling abroad or ordering from an international website. You also have a standard monthly interest rate of 3.49% if you carry a balance, and cash advances from an ATM, those will cost you a steep 2.5% of the withdrawal amount, or 500 rupees, whichever is higher. And remember, an 18% GST applies to all of these fees. The golden rule here? Just pay your bill in full every month and never use this card at an ATM, and you will easily avoid all these charges. Now, earlier I mentioned that you don't earn any reward points at the fuel pump. However, it's not all bad news. You do get a 1% fuel surcharge waiver on transactions between 400 and 5,000 rupees. The absolute maximum you can save through this waiver is capped at 250 rupees per statement cycle. It's a small savings for sure, but hey, it eases the pain at the pump just a little bit. Finally, Section 6, the final verdict. Let's weigh the pros, cons, and some final thoughts. It is time to clearly weigh your decision. On the advantages side, you're looking at a legitimately lifetime free card offering a fantastic 5x multiplier on groceries, incredibly robust insurance cover, and really great short-term welcome benefits with absolute 0 redemption fees. It's a strong package. But the drawbacks are just as real. The strict exclusivity means most people literally cannot get this card. And for those who can, well, you have to contend with that new 20,000 rupees spend gate to access airport lounges, a pretty high 3.5% penalty for international spending, and a hard ceiling of 1,000 points a month on your best earning category. So I leave you with this final thought to weigh against your own unique spending habits. If you meet the strict eligibility requirements, is the Sentinel the ultimate lifetime free tribute to your service? Or does that 1,000-point grocery cap and the new 2025 spend-based lounge access gate clip its wings just a bit too much? Think carefully about where your money actually goes every single month. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, focused learners. Keep calculating, keep questioning, and I will see you in the next one.